inspections that have also become part of their responsibility. Well, yeah, since the COVID. So 8:25. Let's go to the KUAM News Zoom room where we have a few village mayors standing by. I know Mayor Rudy is jumping in, but he's coming all the way from Jigo, so we got to give him a little bit of time.
The other Mayor Rudy.
The other Mayor Rudy, that's right. That's and so we have in our Zoom room, we have the Mayor of Barrigada, Mayor June Blas. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning. Half a day. Buenas.
And we also have from Mongmong Toltu Mighty, like my friend Andy Wheeler likes to say, the greater Tri-Village area. We have Mayor Rudy Paco. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, sir.
And then from the village of Jotnia, where everybody knows Jotnia rules, we have Mayor Bill Kenga. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. I wanted to start with have any of you all heard from the Asan Mayor, Frankie? We've been trying to get a hold of him. We just want to make sure that he's doing all right. Has anybody heard from him?
He's recovering pretty good.
Yes.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, he's recovering pretty good.
Excuse me, something's wrong with my volume. Okay.
It's okay. So let's just go down the line. We'll start it all the way in Jotnia. How are things going in Jotnia?
Pretty good up here in Jotnia. Everybody's practicing the safety for about this COVID. Yeah, we're taking the extra measures to make sure everybody's staying safe.
Barrigada, Mayor Blas.
Hi. Good morning, Bree.
Good morning.
Well, things are slow. I mean, we try to enforce and let our residents know to please stay safe, stay home. Don't you don't have to go. Things are doing well. We continue to do our work and practice safe distancing. That's for sure.
Mayor Paco, we heard you earlier. You were making breakfast for Crystal when she was on our show. Just kidding. How are you doing?
Negative on that.
Wait, she said she didn't cook. She doesn't cook the last time she was on the show.
I think they're old enough to fend for themselves.
So how are things going in MTM?
We're doing pretty good in MTM. I guess people are just getting sick and tired of hearing the same old wear your mask, social distancing, and washing your hands. The biggest issue that I'm having here in MTM is speeders, people driving fast, and the prowlers that come out in the wee hours of the morning, looking for things they can easily grab from people's homes.
That's sad to hear, Mayor, that the Sakis are not staying home.
Yes, that's right. The Sakis are not staying home.
Let's talk about the speeding in the village, the common problem in a lot of villages, Mayor. Where are like the trouble areas in your village? And before you get that, we're going to bring on Agate! We're going to bring in Agate Mayor.
Agate's in the house.
We're not going to have any issues with Jotnia and Agate on the same Zoom, right? We have Agate Mayor Kevin Siswico. Good morning, Mayor. We'll get right to you, but we're with Mayor Paco now. Mayor Paco, where are some of the problem areas where people are speeding through the village?
I have a lot of complaints in J. Camacho Street. There's speed humps, but they just disregard it and fly over it. We have a lot of issues in Biang Street and as well as Roy T. Demian Street. I have emailed Chief Ignacio twice to see if they can put speed traps around the community, but I guess they're all tied up. Either they're short of manpower or they have other things that they need to attend.
Mayor Siswico, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
you doing?
Good morning. Half a day from Agate.
Right on, Mayor. Loving that shirt, too.
Thank you.
We'll just start.
Too bad we missed the Mango Festival this year.
Right, I know. Yeah, it was like the first big event that was canceled because of COVID.
Absolutely.
We'll just start. We asked the other mayors, like, what are some of the biggest issues facing the village of Agate right now? What are your constituents saying during this lockdown as we're looking at it's going to be extended for at least another week?
It's my hopes that the community is actually taking it pretty well, and actually being outside of the house at night. It's kind of interesting to see and hear the village quiet. For Agate to be quiet, most especially on the road, the main road that I live on. One, it's reassuring to me that people are actually trying to stay indoors. I don't hear the loud music at night, and I don't see people barbecuing, which is a great sign that people may actually be taking this quite seriously. And we remind them every single day, that we need to do our part. In order for us to clear this pandemic, we must do our part together and get through this as one.
Have you guys heard from the physicians advisory group, or maybe even the president of the mayor's president of the mayor's council, Melissa Savaras? Because I know she's had discussions with Dr. Hoa Win about engaging the mayors to help be the eyes for enforcement, for making sure that people are following this stay-at-home order, this PCOR 1, this lockdown. Have you guys heard anything about this? I'm not
No.
supposed to say snitches, but
Sabrina.
Yes, Mayor Paco.
Yes, the thing about this is we've been requesting public health to give us the names of the individuals that should be homebound, that tested positive, but according to them, it's the HIPAA Act.
The anesthesia. Yeah, they can't give you guys the names. How about have you asked for addresses or any other type of?
But in answer to your question, no, we haven't been contacted by the board, and I don't think that Mayor Melissa has told us anything with regards to assisting with constituents that may or may not be adhering to the order.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been informed about it.
How about you, Mayor Kenga? What about the people of Jotnia? I mean, are they taking this serious?
Yeah, you got the elders but the young ones are just taking for granted for what's going on right now. So I try to talk to them and let them know that this is very important pandemic. I mean, you got to stay away and make sure you practice your safety. But a lot of them don't listen, But I still try and talk to them and talk to everybody around Zonia about staying safe.
Mm-hmm.
And practicing the safe distance and all these good things. This is something that it's not a joke that not to take advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Mayor Kenga, so when you talk to them and you say they don't take it seriously, what are they saying to you?
They say, don't worry, I'm out in the sun, and all these kind of things, and they're hanging out sometimes at the stores with their buddies, and I always tell them, you guys got to stay away, you guys got to stay home, you got to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And their attitude sometimes they just don't want to listen, but I try my best to try and make them understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious, you, since this whole COVID, you guys, your responsibilities seems to me have increased. You're distributing food at your offices, and then distributing food to our Manumco. You're being asked to watch for these violators. You've just got the recycling revolving fund money, so you're doing COVID, you're doing everything else that you're supposed to do. Are you guys getting any sort of support, like PPEs or anything just to do your jobs and beyond?
Other than gloves and hand sanitizer, and God be with you.
Matt.
Well, that's good.
We're now also being asked to assist Sabrina with DOE, to with the different projects, whether it's to help in with the facilitation of the distribution of commodities, or the fruit distribution, or even now for the packets. for the hard packets for the distribution for the students. So, our office, we're still essential and we're still here, and the people need to know that the mayor's office is, even if it says closed in the front door, we're always here, trying to make sure that everyone is safe, and that we're still doing everything that's in the best interest for the people that we can do.
Mayor June?
If I can, add on that, as first responders, we continue to work since day one when they called in for COVID with this pandemic, and we continue to serve our people to the best way we can. We have been working with, everyone in departments to just try to assist our people with even the delivery of the Manamco foods. We do that too on a daily basis. And then now that they're bringing up the food distribution for, to the mayor's office, that's another assignment that we have to take on ourselves. So we're doing our best to keep everybody safe, talk to our residents to please stay home if they have to, continue to practice social distancing. And so, of course, we do have our parks and our facilities, but we see them, but we tell them that they can't social gather. And doing any work, biking and exercising, those are acceptable. But when you start having gatherings of more than 10 or even with families, that is very alarming. And we try to work together, even as mayors, as colleagues, we work together as one, to speak together as one, and whatever we need, we work together. So we've been here and we're going to continue to be here for our people.
Mayor Rudy?
Where's Mayor Rudy?
Yeah, Rudy.
I think he's cooking our breakfast.
He's delivering it.
Sunny side up, crispy bottom.
There's Mayor Rudy.
Mayor Rudy, I wanted to ask, with they've extended and they are going to keep extending the contract for the homeless shelter at the Global Dorm in your village. Have you been receiving any type of feedback about the facility or, the traffic with the homeless individuals there at that place, Mayor?
Which Rudy?
Mayor Rudy Paco.
Just call me Paco.
Okay, Paco, the one with the homeless
Because
shelter in his village.
There's two Rudys.
Yeah.
Is he here?
So Mayor Paco, have you been getting any feedback at all about the homeless shelter in the village of Mighty? Because I go by there a lot and I see people, going around and all that.
Negative on that, Chris. In fact, when they first brought the homeless into MTM, the thing about it, I was never informed that they were going to house them over here in Mighty area until after the fact.
Crystal didn't give you a heads up?
No, she did not give me a heads up.
Sorry. Was that awkward?
What is that?
Somebody.
Chris doesn't share her what she knows about the government with me because we're both in the government agencies together.
Right.
So what I do in the community of MTM is what she does down at the government office. Is sometimes it's so difficult for me to get answers from her.
And I bet a lot of your colleagues on the mayor's council, I guarantee you, Mayor Paco, they're always hitting you up saying, hey, go fin ask Crystal what's going to happen with the lockdown, or hey, go fin ask Crystal this and that, right?
That's very true, but she never gives me any answers.
How is your staff doing? Are they all well?
Are they burnt
Is
out?
anybody? Yeah.
Have they been
Yes,
getting
my
the
staff is
hazard
doing
pay?
pretty good. In fact, we got tested last week, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday at American Medical Center. I brought all my staff up to get tested, and lo and behold, we came out negative.
All right, and let's go down to let's do a status check on you guys as a staff because again, you guys are the first responders, but the staff, I see them all around,
Yeah.
all the time. delivering meals, like you said, coming into contact, very much at risk.
Seem overworked.
And also, are they getting the hazard pay,
COVID pay.
the COVID pay, or whatever type of pay that they're supposed to be getting? Go ahead. We'll start with Mayor Kenga.
Yes, the staff has been working really hard up here, and they're doing an outstanding job. And yes, they are practicing the safe distancing, wearing their gloves, their masks, whoever comes around them, and always make sure they're practicing safety. And with the hazard pay, yes, they are getting the hazard pay.
That's good. Mayor Kevin?
We try and do our best. We them with, like I said, the gloves and the masks, and each vehicle that they're out there in has hand sanitizer, and we encourage them again every single time, as far as the social distance is concerned. But what really gets me is that even though we're delivering the food, we don't know it could be on our clothing, right? And so it's still a concern with this COVID that without the right equipment or just one wrong move, you didn't know that somebody sneezed around you and you just so happened to touch it on your forearm, and it's transferable anyway, right? So we can keep telling them to do the right thing and to be safe, but really our staff put their lives at risk every day, and they're doing such an outstanding job for all the mayor's offices, for them to be out there, and for us to do what we do every day. It really shows a lot of the type of characters that these individuals have for the employees that work in each municipality. But yes, they are getting the COVID pay, the 10%. It's not much. I wish it was more. And I tell them every single time that they see it, their checks every other week. I always just tell them, just be happy that at least you're getting something. I know that money is that's not the right amount to be the right amount to put your life at risk every day. Just know that they're doing it for a good reason, and it's for the people that we serve. And I always remind them that to just keep that in their heads and their minds and hearts, that it's all for the good of the people that we serve.
Have y'all gotten any of the CARES Act funding? By any chance? Have you guys gotten any of that CARES Act funding? Remember that big chunk of money that we got? And they were, there was a whole budget on. Yeah. It's going to go here.
It's 118 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they give anything for? Because I'm thinking there must have been some money there for like rural or, municipalities. Has Adaloop kicked you guys down a good chunk of that money, or thoughts up?
I hope it's coming.
Did you hear it was coming?
I don't think we received it yet. I could be mistaken.
Did the money take a left? Mayor June?
It took a left.
That's Sarasota.
Take a left, Chalu. Take a left.
Took a left, Chalu. No, what have you guys heard about this money, and what's the holdup?
You don't know about the money.
You haven't heard where you guys are getting anything.
Wow.
Yeah. You're right. I don't think I saw Mayor's Council of Guam on the tentative budget list. But you would think you guys are on the front line just as much as other agencies and other people are on the front lines.
Let's bring on Jigo Mayor, Mayor Rudy Matanani. Thank you for joining us, Mayor. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. We were just asking about the CARES Act money. They got $118 million.
Yeah, months ago.
Yeah, months ago. We got to do another update because remember last time they had only spent a certain amount of it and they had a whole bunch left. So let me just ask you, Mayor Rudy, do you think that the village mayors should each get a chunk of this CARES Act money to do what you guys need to do to protect yourselves, protect your staff, and protect your villages?
Oh, definitely. We need as much money as they can give us. I was just kind of hesitant to talk about that because I don't want to be criticized, about getting paid extra money for doing the, our obligation and trying to keep the villages safe. I heard that, when you guys were talking to the mayors from the south about the flooding issue, it's very fortunate for Jigo because every time we get showers like that, Jigo suffers in certain places. Like one of the hard hit places here in Jigo is in East Gajanero. I don't know if you've ever seen how flooded that side is in Jigo, and it gets really really dangerous because at the lowest point of that flood, all the way to the front of the highest house there is about 100 feet deep. There's no current, but there's a lot of water. And also in Berdali subdivision, when I first came in my first term, we had to rescue 4 kids, from the Cruz family over there at Berdali subdivision. But as far as just rain is concerned, we're okay up here in Jigo. And something different that happened in this last week with all the rain that was pouring. There was a lot that was pouring up here in Jigo, but let me tell you that there wasn't even an inch of water that was overflowing down at East Gajanero, and that's kind of weird.
What's weird is you're not riled up about what's going on.
What's that?
Nothing.
Yeah, we're just used to seeing you a little more fired up. Ask the vice speaker.
Oh, hey, you know what happened with?
Yeah, Mayor, we're just playing. No, we don't need to get back into it. Please don't.
It's nothing personal.
Right? Yeah, of course, Mayor. Mayor Kanga, let's go to you. Let's say that Go ahead, Mayor.
That's just maybe a little misunderstanding, and they caught us when we're really, up in arms.
Yeah, it is what it is. Mayor Kanga, let's say for you, for example, if you got the CARES Act money, what would you use it for in the village? Because remember, it has to be COVID related.
Oh yeah, of course about the flooding issues and all this kind of stuff. A lot of people are complaining of their flood, and also for the Manamcos to find a place for them, like if their place is really flooded, build a place up here in the village for them to get away. And there's a lot of things you can use that money for, Jason. I mean, Chris. I'm new to all of this right now, and I can't answer too much of that right now.
Well, let me ask you something I hope you can answer, Mayor. You're new to all this. You ran in that special election. You got elected, and now we're in the middle of this big fat pandemic. What's that been like for you? Were you prepared to come into this office and deal with all of this?
Well, to be honest with you, I wasn't prepared for it. You're never prepared for anything unless you go out there and try. So I'm here today. With this pandemic, it's a total shock to me. So with the help of my staff and with the help of the other mayors guiding me along the way, I'm grateful for that. And I thank each and every one of them. And it's been happening, and I've been doing really good on behalf of everybody's help.
Right on. I know that Sabrina had asked about Mayor Salas of Asan at the beginning of the call, but we did get a couple more comments. I know you guys have said he was recovering fine, but who's the closest here with Mayor Salas?
Pardon me?
Who's the closest one here with Mayor Salas that can tell us how he's a little more about how he's doing?
I think we all have a good working relationship with Mayor Salas. The last I spoke with him, he was in good spirits, and he was I believe he's doing a lot better. So we just continue to pray for him and all those that are affected with COVID.
When he tested positive, Mayor Kevin, was there any stress, any anxiety from the other colleagues on the council, or maybe even the staff?
I know for on our side, of course, we've been gearing up with this. We meet with our staff every morning at 7:45 for a briefing. And as the news came out, it was a shock to us, and it was a reminder to us that any one of us could get it. And, we're not immune to it. If the governor, the lieutenant governor, and even one of our colleagues, the mayors, could get it, it just really showed and it put what we've been saying, to our staff every single day, that we must practice what we're preaching to everybody. And it was a shock because it hit home, and that's too close for one of our offices to actually have it. And so for us down here in Agate with our staff, it was a constant reminder, and it still serves as a constant reminder that everything that we're doing out there in the community, it could affect us, again, and we try and take every single positive outlook from it and move forward and try to do things where we're more careful and cautious about what it is that we're doing out there. It could have been any one of us other mayors that got it, and it just, God forbid that one of us do get it.
Right.
And so we pray for one another during this time.
Mayors, we're just going to go round robin. Closing statements for the people in your village. We'll start with Mayor June Blas. Message to the people of Barrigada.
Well, to my message to our people of Barrigada, we want to let you know that we are still here, our office, to support you in any needs that you have. Please give us a call. We continue to ask of you also to please practice social distancing and also to please stay home if you have to. We don't need unnecessary people out on the roads, and that, we really want to fight this together. No one deserved this. This is something very unplanned. Nobody knows, but we want to make sure and ensure that you are safe. We really care, and our people to please practice and stay home and be safe.
Mayor Kenga.
Yeah, message to the Dona people. I'd like to say thank you for your understanding and patience for any concerns that you guys have, especially at this time of this pandemic. We'd like to ask you to please stay safe, practice social distancing, and may God bless you and your families and each and everybody around the world also. May God bless you all. Thank you, Jordan people, for your understanding and patience again.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Kevin.
You're welcome.
Well, on behalf of to our dear people of Agate, on behalf of the Vice Mayor Chris Farron and myself, we want to, of course, let you guys know that we're here for you. Our office is still a phone call away, and we're trying our best to keep everyone safe. For our Manamco, we remind you to please stay indoors and please practice all precautionary measures because even though we want to see you at the senior centers, we get a call every single day, from a Manamco that miss us. We just want to let everyone know that we're thinking of everybody during this pandemic. We just really want everybody to ensure that, one, you're safe and your family's well-being is well taken care of. And if needed, we're here for you, and we're praying for everybody, and pray for us as well, that we can all get through this as one people.
Thank you, Mayor Kevin. Mayor Paco.
Yes, sir. To the community of MTM, continue to practice your in other words, don't put your guards down, please. Always be prepared and think of the safety around you. And as well, when you do go to the store, please do not take your whole family with you, right? Make a list, get what you need, and then head back home. Our office is open as well from 0800 to 1700.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Mayor.
Mayor, you okay?
Pardon me?
You all right?
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Well, thank you, Mayor Paco. And last but definitely not least, Mayor Rudy Mazzanani.
Sabrina and Chris, first of all, I want to thank you for, always trying to keep the community, in the loop of what's, everything that's happening here in our community. And I just want to let the people of Jigo know that you have a mayor's office here, and we're always willing to lend a helping hand, all the time, no matter what time. We're open to it. I'm working 24 hours, And I want to always remind the people to, you know, practice social distancing, always wash your hands and keep your mask on. And just always keep safe, and, you know, always think about keeping safe and not after an incident happened. You know, this most especially ever since this coronavirus started, this is an animal that we can't see and is not friendly to anyone. So we should always remind each other, you know, the Jigo family, that we should work together in trying to make our community as safe as possible for the elderlies and the kids, and for everyone for that matter. So, you know, and to all of you mayors and vice mayors, please always think safety and continue to practice what we need to practice to defeat this this disease that we cannot see. And God bless everyone and keep safe.
God bless Jigo. Mayor Rudy, just one last question. Are the stray dogs staying home?
Well, they're still as naughty as can be, you know, and there's still a lot of trash. When we, you know, that's two of my biggest problems
I
up
know.
here is the stray dogs and the trash. And, you know, that's one thing that people, you know, every family here in Jigo and any village for that matter, be responsible for their trash. It's really bad, Chris and Sabrina, up here.
I know.
And sometimes I don't want to drive into Ramirez Street, but you know, I have an employee that stays in there, and she tries to get the people, you know, together to clean that place up, but it's just getting worse. It ain't getting any better. And you know what? I'm sure glad that you kind of joke with that, Chris, because you know, I want to let the government know that it's our responsibility. This is our responsibility, because the people, you know, unless you work on a law that people can respect, and so they can take care of their own trash, because a lot of these trash that are in Jigo are not residents of Jigo, man, and it's
imported,
hard
right?
to
Yeah.
keep track of.
Yeah.
But you know, I hope that this government, you know, comes up with a program, because you know you know what started this, what made it worse is when they closed the northern
Transfer station.
trash. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just got really worse. So, and I was under the understanding that there was going to be another, they were going to construct another trash collection area here in between Dedido and Jigo, but it's already been maybe a little more than 5 years, and you know, it's done a lot of damage. And no matter whose fault it is, it's us, it's our fault, it's the government's fault.
I'm
And
almost.
you know, there's a lot of important things here in the government and the island of Guam, but this is one of the most important, and it's our obligation.
I'm almost hesitant to ask you your reaction to that $500,000 appropriation out of the recycling revolving fund. I'm sure you guys are aware of that, and giving it
The
to
500,000
Yeah.
that they're asking to transfer to Department of Education or
Oh no, this
UOG.
is the 500,000 that's going to the 3G.
Yeah.
Senator Amanda Shelton's is it her amendment, right?
Yeah. To give it $500,000 to the group out of UOG that her brother is in charge of.
You know, Chris and Sabrina, I have a lot of respect for the senators and even all the mayors. Okay, when we think about taking money away from a program that's as important as cleaning up our island, I really disagree with that. And you know, I know we all need money, but there's a reason why that money is there. So let's use it the way it was intended to be used. And I think that it's their program and what they want the money for is important, but hey, it's important where it's at. So leave it at there, at that, and let's use it the way it was intended to be used.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes.
Thank you. Before we let you guys go, I
If
wanted
I
to
like
get
to
Mayor
add in,
Kev.
if I
Yes,
can,
go ahead, Mayor Kev.
it's not the fact that we're not in support of the G3 initiative. I think that all the mayors are in support of it, but on a budget crisis as we are seeing already, and we're already foreseeing for the next fiscal year. This year we only received nearly $500,000, 400 and something thousand dollars that was split amongst the 19 municipalities, and that was not enough money. It wasn't enough money for us to remove all the abandoned vehicles, to clear the illegal dumpings, to remove the electronics, the rubbers, and you know what? People are saying it's true and it's right. It's the people that we need to start taking responsibility, and that those people that are actually going out there and illegally dumping. Um, there needs to happen. There needs to be something more in place that is a lot. More harder for fines, because it's very difficult for us to keep doing what we're doing, and then for something like this to happen where there's money being removed from us. I can maybe understand if there was an overage or a surplus of money that maybe we're not using in the village levels to clear it, but for just giving us, maybe during this time, we've just felt it with this $500,000 that we had. And we're all struggling to try and get the vendors we're all racing in to try and get increases for the different municipalities so that we can all assist with our municipalities. And $500,000 is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's not the fact that we don't agree with the G3 initiative. We do agree with it. But please, before you take any money from the Mayor's Council or from EPA or from the program, as Mayor Rudy said, allow us to do our jobs first, because without that money, we're not able to remove the abandoned vehicles. We're not able to remove the tires or refrigerators or etc. It just makes the job a lot harder. And then the people, they don't understand that. When we tell them that, there's no funding for it, it's the mayor's fault why we don't have the funding for it. So please ensure, for the senators that are listening, please ensure that, when removing funds like that are very, very important to our municipalities and to the jobs that we're put to do, that you consider the end result, because without us to remove those, and the question was asked is G3, are you going to, with the $500,000, are you going to come out and assist the mayor's office if they're shorthanded or their lack of funds to remove these? And it was
Sorry, I thought you were telling a joke there, Mayor.
Please, before any money is removed that is very in dire need for the Mayor's Council of Guam to do its operation, please think of the bottom line, think of the municipalities and the people that it will affect. It's the end result is the people. It's not the mayors that will be left with it. It's the people. It's the people that are going to have to see, like what Mayor was saying in East Gajanero Road.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people on Route 2 that are going to have to see these vehicles or these illegal dumping. This is going to be the effect if we don't have enough money to remove these items.
Yeah. I think what really sucks is that you guys have been waiting, right, for these rules and regs to be approved for so long.
Yeah.
And then finally it was approved. The program just started to roll out this past few months. And then all of a sudden,
Yep.
money's already
Yeah.
being
Very
taken from it.
Mayor June. Mayor June.
It's really unfortunate that happened, but we just need to do what we need to do. Money shouldn't be taken out of the mayor's council, especially for that purpose. But we know we work with what we have, and giving it towards the end of the fiscal year even gets harder, because that's all the monies we got. But hopefully with this next fiscal year that we have more monies to help and clear up our village, because there's only so much. There are 19 districts, and I'm one of the larger districts. So we want to all work together, but we need our people also to please take their trash and put it where it's supposed to. These things that you put on the side of the road, it's going into our aquifers. And it's really sad, because we drink out of that. They purify them again, and we want to get our villagers clean. And so we try our best, especially in our village. And I also give thanks to my vice mayor and my staff. They're always out there, as well as, myself, trying to make sure we ensure our people remove all these junk vehicles and help our residents as well. But with these trash that are left on private properties, we can't just go in. We need to respect them and also find out and who did it, because we can't just keep cleaning. We might as well be solid waste. We might as well be all that. And we have a lot on our hands. We take care of a lot of our peoples too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
my colleagues, we stand together and we work together as one.
Let me read this. I don't want to get partisan, guys. Don't shoot the messenger, but the Republican Party came out with a release yesterday. Senator Amanda Shelton's underhanded efforts to raid the recycling revolving fund to fund the G3 initiative at the University of Guam was not only a conflict of interest, but questions the integrity of many of our senators who supported this deceit. The G3 initiative is run by her brother, and other than funding off-island trips and the hiring of political puppets for this program, they haven't even provided a plan on how they're going to spend the $500,000. So this release, they're basically saying, take the money back.
Yeah.
Mayor Kenga, you agree?
Wow.
What do you guys think?
They're saying that out of the 2 million, the mayor's council will get 1.3 million, and that should be sufficient enough. But I'm already saying that here we're trying it right now with 19 municipalities with 500,000 this fiscal year. And this fiscal year, we're all trying our best to go in there right now and clear up as fast as we can, using the same vendors, trying to do our best with 500,000. And the 500,000, from what I'm told, is not even enough. And I'm hearing it from every single one of my colleagues that it's not enough. We don't have enough. From the tip of the island down at Meleso all the way up to Jigo, it's not enough money. And the money is not going into our pockets. The money is just going back to vendors that are helping to take away all of these items. And so 500,000, and yes, we're granted, and thank you. As Sabrina said, right? They finally gave us the funds, but then before they could even give us the funds, already they're starting to tap it.
Yeah, they had to take a little off the
1.3
top.
million may not be enough for next year. And there's really no guarantee that it could be 1.3 million. That was my question, is that 1.3 million, is that even sure? Right? I mean, they're getting this money is coming from the renewal of the vehicles, but we all know that their renewals have been pushed back. Some vehicles don't have to be renewed because of the pandemic until next year. So what ensures us that money will actually be near 2 million?
Right. Mayor Paco, you look like you wanted to say something.
No. I didn't want to say anything.
Okay.
Wait, just a minute. For the registration, if they're deducting the funds for abandoned vehicles, white goods, and street lights, let's use the funds for what it was supposed to be used for. Give it to a different government establishment. Let's use it for what it's meant to be used for.
Thank you, Mayors. We got to run, but before we go, Mayor Kev, I see you keep putting on that mask, so we want to kind of showcase that a little bit here. The agate mask.
I'm trying to stay safe, even here in the office. It's with that flash flood, we got caught. I got caught in the rain and been under the weather. So
Right.
I'll be opening up my door soon, and I want to make sure that my staff's protected. That's why I keep putting it on.
Thank
Not
you.
only because it's from Agate.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's
I
not
need to
red.
get one of those.
Yeah.
Mail one over.
It'll be delivered.
All right.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sabrina, I want to say something, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't, the mayors, the vice mayors don't want to pick a fight here, okay, between us and the senators. And this message is going out to all the senators. Senators, we need your help. We are one people here, and we're not going to start any fight, but you have to understand that we are the ones that touch the people. We are the ones that the people come to for help that are needed in our residence. And we all we're doing is standing up for the people because we have a lot of things that we need to do and we don't have any money, enough money to do what we need to do. So please, let's work together, okay, and try to serve the people the way we said we were going to serve them. Let's all stick together and do what is right for our people. God bless all of you. And, you know, we're just speaking up for the people that we serve. You guys take care and be safe.
All right, you guys be safe.
Right on. Thank you, mayors. Thank you, Mayor
Okay.
Kanga, Mayor June, Mayor Paco, Mayor Rudy, Mayor Kevin. God bless you guys. Be safe. And,
Thanks,
you know,
guys.
3-day weekend, so go out there and tell your villagers stay home. If they're barbecuing, I want you to go and throw water on the barbecue grill and kick it down. Mayor Kanga, if the young people of Jotnia don't want to listen to you, I want you to tell their dad. And then tealik their
Believe
ears.
me, if
Okay?
this was the old school ways, man. I think they
You'd
would
be
listen.
taking out your belt. I know.
Yeah, but I'd like to thank my staff also and each and one of the mayors out there for their hard
Okay,
work also.
right on. Mayor
Keep it up,
June,
guys. We're doing a good job.
you keep it up, guys. Mayor June, if you get a chance this weekend, take a right. Try it out for a change.
Take a left, take a left.
All right,
you
mayors.
guys.
Thank you. There goes
Bye,
your
Mayor
village
Rudy.
mayor.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
so bad
boy.
for them because they're right. They are on the front line. They're the ones that people call, not just their constituents,
Right.
but the governor, lieutenant
us.
governor, the senate. Yeah, we
Right,
call
yeah.
them all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's what a slap in the face. Like, hey, we're going to take this 500,000,
Yeah.
we're going to give it to the 3G.
I feel like over at the
Come
G3
on.
initiative this
They're
morning,
doing these guys are doing everything.
they are. I feel like over at the G3 initiative, they're like flipping the table and throwing the chairs here in this interview. Like, what? You got...
Nobody is against what 3G is standing for, but at the same time, Dale, they just got this money. They just got this recycling revolving fund rules and regs approved, and already, okay, we're going to take the money for that and go use it for this. And just, on top of the fact that these guys are doing everything for COVID, delivering food for Manomco, helping with that, and now with the GDOE TFAP distribution and everything else.
Right
It's
on.
like, man.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a short break. We're coming back. We're going to do a side-by-side. That's Zoom talk for they're going to be side-by-side. The spokesman for the Guam Police Department, Sergeant Paul Tapau, and Major Anton Uggan of the Department of Corrections. That's next. And then we're going to go to California. Here we come. Vince Barraquitagua of Show Your Roll.